Hey everyone, welcome back to Starfield. I'm heading back to the ship now. I think I've got a hunch on what I've been doing wrong. So we've got a few more. You're excused.
Please continue going about your business.
Okay, I am going about my business right now. Watch me go. Yeah, I've got a bit of a theory as to what we need to do to get this armillary set up.
If you're with the press, we have no statements to make about the attack at this time.
That's completely understandable.
Yes.
You probably still don't quite understand what the hell's just happened. I can't say that. I blame you. Right. Everything's still shut down at the moment. Let's, oh, good God. Oh, no. Look at the blood spatter. Holy crap. I'm guessing they slammed these barriers down and then I don't think it was the hunter because he was chasing me and followed me up into orbit, but I'm guessing other Starborn came down and just blasted their way through. Holy hell. Right, let's head back to the Star Eagle. Like I say, I've got a little bit of a, what's going on with the lighting? That's weird. A little bit of a theory as to what we're supposed to do about building this new module, which I'll explore in just a moment. Let's hop aboard. So, we've still got the rest of Constellation on board the ship here. I'm guessing we probably have. Right, Amari's picked up his usual position. Yeah, it looks like we have. Walter's here. Hey, Walt.
Financial losses I can handle. But death.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot further for us to wrap our heads around. So I've got a funny feeling that I misunderstood the queue. So it said that there's a new screen aboard the cockpit of the ship if we want to store our stuff here, store the artifacts on the ship itself. Now I thought it was a menu when we sit in the pilot seat, but I think it's probably literally a new screen. We've got the cargo hold. Oh, there we go. Armillary screen. That's deactivated at the moment. Let's take a look. Build the armillary in the ship. Oh, yes, please. You can now move the armillary. Starborn attacks are more likely wherever the armillary is placed. If you choose to keep the artifacts in your inventory, then attacks are more likely everywhere. Oh, goody gumdrops. So we activate. Armillary is connected to this ship's grav drive. Oh, interesting. Okay, so let's add the artifacts. You have no new artifacts to add. Remove armillary. So presumably, if we remove it again, that'll dump all of the artifacts back into my inventory, I would guess. Right, let's take a little look. So it's linked with the grav drive, you say? Oh wait, can't really see that very well, but just down in the very bottom right there, it looks as though. No way, that's cool. So the pieces are actually literally in the grav drive. Well, let's hop out. Oh, all the red lights are off. Interesting. And wait, hold on. Matteo, you off? Bye then, I guess. I want to go and take a... Oh, Vasco's holding the ship up with all his might. Let him. Little trooper. Yeah, look at that. Okay, that's cool. And kind of worrying, because they look mighty exposed there. What's to stop a Starborn just wiggling its way through those struts and plucking those pieces out again? But that's pretty damn cool that it... The weather's taking a turn. At least the flaming embers have stopped coming down. This should put the rest of the blazes out. That's really cool. So they're now an integral part of the ship. Until I decide to yank them back out again, of course. Right, cool, nice. So, yeah, Mateo's on his way back off to the lodge. I think, yeah, return to the lodge. We're due a visit there as well, by the looks of things. We can't... Oh, wait. Jesus, they cleaned up fast. Like, really fast. Who are you? You a person? Well, you're a citizen. Close enough, I guess. Right, well,
You will be scanned as you enter the city. Please keep moving.
Good job, gang. That was a super fast cleanup. Barriers have disappeared. Where did the barriers actually spring from?
No bounty.
Fires are put out. Viewports open. Mercantiles open. Bloody hell, they have been busy. I wonder if our lover boy is still sat over at the Terror Brew over there. Right. Anyway, let's not waste a. Wait, where's our? I'll tell you who I should look for. Oh, an old friend that we've not seen for a long, long time. I wonder if looks like lover boy is not here at the moment. Oh, I was hoping to see the adoring fan. That would have been interesting to get his take on the situation here. Right, anyway, gents, let's get back to the... In fact, Amari, you'd might as well head back to the ship.
Do you need something? If that is what serves the crew best, then I will do it.
Fantastic. Terribly good of you. Right, come on then, Barrett. Let's head over to the lodge and make sure everyone's okay.
I need everyone looking out.
Oh, you were saying Andreja's belongings have been moved to the lodge basement. Oh.
For each other during this time. Losses such a small group like ours, especially hard.
Yes. Yeah, especially when it's such a tight-knit group. Right, looks like everybody's reconvened here. Vasco's here, along with Walter, Noel, and Matteo. Sarah's still sticking close to the door. Wait, where's... Oh, there's Barrett.
If you need time away from here, I'll understand. We all have to recover in our own way.
Thank you, Sarah. I appreciate that. Sorry about the whole, like, really not giving a shit that you were still alive thing back up on the eye. You know I didn't mean anything by that, right?
To think the lodge turned into a battlefield.
I tell you what, though, the place is looking all right for it. It could have taken a lot worse damage. So Andreja's belongings are down here in the basement. Are they in one of the side rooms? Storage box. Oh, here we go. Oh, shit. All of her stuff. Two Varun space suits? She what? She already had one? Okay. Heavy particle fuse. Caseless. Varun pack. Space helmet that I got her especially. And then Andreja's outfit. Oh, I hate it so much. I think I'm going to leave these things here for now. I don't really have any use for the ammo and the spacesuits and such. I may have further plans for those further down the line, but you having fun there, Barrett?
Hey, let's not stick around the lodge too long. We should get out there.
Yeah, you're probably right, to be fair. Any other personal questions?
Go ahead and ask your questions, and I'll tell you what I can, my friend.
You probably not. No. Okay. Good speaking with you. Right, let's head up and see what's going on with the rest of the old gang.
Matteo.
Morale in the lodge has been measurably reduced.
I wonder why.
I know. Look, we all feel like we've been kicked into the ground a million times over, but I think I have something. I'm serious.
Oh. Matteo? Something you need to tell us?
If I may, I know our encounter with the Hunter is the last thing anyone wants to talk about right now, but he said something that I can't get out of my mind. Unity. Do you remember that?
Yes, I do. What exactly had he said? He said this your pursuit of the Unity stops here, and you shall not get the Unity or something like that. But then at the end, after we bested him a couple of times, and he actually took a step back and showed a little bit of almost respect for us, kind of saying that he was going to leave us to do our thing for a bit and go on and collect the artifacts. He said, "You may yet glimpse the Unity." Yeah, our part in glimpsing the Unity was over. That's what he initially said, but he doubled back on that. Felt like a trick, something to throw us off the path. I was thinking about that too. It has to be, yeah, it's got to be related to the artifacts.
Exactly. Somehow. The thing is, I've heard that word before.
Oh?
It's an important concept in Keeper Aquilus' speeches.
Oh!
The priest? Is the Sanctum Universum going to bless our little crusade of discovery?
It can't be a coincidence. The Sanctum has always believed that answers are out there in the stars. Look, I know it's the longest of shots and the biggest leap of faith I could ever ask us all to take, but why not talk to him?
Interesting. Now, hold on. This is one thing that I've never actually thought about or taken note of, and he might have mentioned it before, but I don't know what sort of religious leaning Matteo has. He does have a circle on that sort of headgear of his. I think that's Sanctum, but he's never actually mentioned Sanctum Universum before, I don't think. Too big of a coincidence not to try. Just a word, Matteo, you're grasping at straws. Where is Sanctum Universum anyway? I'll ask the question just because I'm interested to see what input he's got on Sanctum Universum, but I'm sure I have set foot in their church, I guess? It's the big round building across the plaza near the Mass District.
It's right here in the city, just a block or so from the lodge.
That's interesting. A block or so? Why? Sorry, fourth wall's starting to crumble there. Why would he refer to it as a block? How does he know what a city block looks like? Anyway, not the point. No, I think you could very well be onto something. That the Unity is a little bit of an abstract term to just throw around if it wasn't related.
I don't mind taking a detour to gather data. Only thing we'd lose is time, really.
Thank you. I know it's not much to go on, but something about this feels right. I'll meet you over there.
Okay, interesting.
I forget how much you take a place like the Lodge for granted. Until it's threatened.
Yep. Fair. Ooh, Sam's available for crew. Sarah's available for crew. Brilliant. We can restock the ship. Nice. Mission updated. Unity.
We can pay to fix the damages, but, well, some things are irreplaceable.
Keep your chin up, Walt. We'll get through this. Well, most of us anyway. Right. Sam's available. Where is Sam? I haven't actually seen Sam for some time. That's slightly concerning. Nor Cora. Okay. Right, we might need to,
I will be monitoring everyone's vitals for signs of continued trauma.
Thanks, Vasco. That's as close to reassuring as you're likely to get, I think. Sarah.
If you need time away from here, I'll understand.
Mm-hmm.
We all have to recover in our own way. Ron Hope was a real piece of work, wasn't he?
Wasn't he just? Yeah, he was a despicable person. Felt bad for the guy, didn't give it a second thought. Yeah, he turned out to be, well, a bit of a shit, really, didn't he?
Despicable is too kind a word. He held innocent people with little regard, treating their lives like numbers on a balance sheet. It's an absolute disgrace.
Couldn't agree more. What do you mean? No, I think we're well aware of the nasty, shady crap that Ron Hope was up to with those poor farmers that he wanted to exploit the land from. Had a lot of weight, glad it's over. You know, I couldn't agree with you more.
I'm relieved to hear you say that. Letting him off the hook would have been a terrible injustice.
Taking a bribe to overlook his crimes would have been a horrible thing to do. Yeah, absolutely it would. Shame that the well-being and livelihoods of hundreds of Hope Tech employees are now in jeopardy. That is fair. Honestly, if it wasn't Ron Hope's fault that Paxton Hull... No, this was completely Ron's doing, and taking his bribe would have been terrible. But yeah, I do kind of feel bad for... I've forgotten her name now. The foreman of the production area. But anyway, her and the rest of the crew I do feel a bit bad for.
While that's true, it certainly doesn't excuse the blood that he has on his hands.
On that we can agree. I've learned anything from this is that money isn't everything. Yeah, absolutely.
No, it certainly isn't. Especially when it comes at the expense of human lives.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think I've lectured you enough. Thanks for taking the time to listen to me.
You're welcome. It's not often that I do that, but I did just notice a pop-up as well saying that you wanted a quiet word with me.
I have something I need to discuss with you.
Yes, let's get on with that now, shall we? I'm just on the way out, might as well have this chat.
I have an important personal decision to make, but I need to discuss something with you first.
Okay. Something I've done? I mean, other than the whole sort of dismissing the fact that you managed to pull through a gunfight with an alien thing.
No, not at all. This is something that's been weighing on my mind for a long time.
Another crisis of leadership.
I was hoping if I talked about it with you, I could get your opinion. That's all.
Okay. Sure. Hit me.
Phew, thank you. So, where to start? Before I was with the Navigator Corps, I was career military, part of the United Colonies Navy. When the Colony War broke out, I was posted as the chief navigator on a warship, the Dauntless.
Okay. Chief Navigator sounds like quite the accomplishment. It does, to be fair. I've seen a lot of combat. When we first met, I thought I detected some military in your blood. She pretty much spelled it out, so well done, Asher. Yeah, pretty close to captain.
In my case, I was third in command, which has a lot to do with the story. There was a particularly bloody battle. We were fighting over a world in the Eta Cassiopeia system. Worst fighting I'd ever seen. We lost 12 ships that day.
Whoa.
12. Including my own.
Okay. What was so vital in the Eta Cassiopeia system?
Economic reasons. Several of the worlds in the Cassiopeia system were mineral rich. Both sides wanted to drop refinery outposts on the surface to bolster their supply.
Okay, makes sense. Valuable resource in the war. I'm assuming the UC won. Well, I don't think Asher would assume that the UC won, seeing as the Freestar Collective kicked their asses back in the Colony War. Yeah, I guess a lot of people perished that day.
I'm well aware how many lives were lost. Now let me finish.
All right,
The ship was barely intact. The captain and first mate died the previous day, which put me in command.
You did make it to captain.
A shrewd captain would have called for the crew to abandon ship. But I was so angry. I wanted to stay. I needed to fight.
Right. Red mist clouded your judgment. So, despite the damage, your ship was still battle-worthy?
The Dauntless was a tough little ship. No shields and the hull was breached, but it still had power. And weapons. That's why I remained in the battle. Huge mistake.
Sounds it. But yeah, I've not been known to make the wisest decisions in ship battles myself, so not sure which way I would have called it.
Well, I didn't have the luxury of indecision. I had to act. We fought for hours, but the damage was fatal. I gave the order to abandon ship and the crew piled into the escape shuttle. As the shuttle launched, I could see it was damaged. I heard screams before the radio cut. And last thing I saw, they were spiraling helplessly towards the planet's surface.
Oh, shit.
There was nothing I could do.
So what, you stayed on the ship and it held together? Yeah, why weren't you on the shuttle with them?
It was my duty as acting captain to be the last person to leave the Dauntless. We had more than one escape shuttle available. So, I elected to wait until they were safe.
The Dauntless was too far gone to save the crew.
The ship barely had enough power for comms and life support. All I could do was watch them die.
God. But how mad. At the same time, if they'd have taken the other escape shuttle and got off successfully, Sarah would have gone into the damaged one and she'd have ended up dead on the planet. Man, yeah, that's not a nice... To be fair, that is not a nice position to be in. And I'd imagine she carries around a lot of guilt for that when it... I suppose it was her decision to stay in the fight that long, which she could have... She thought she had a fail-safe to fall back on, those lifeboats.
You're sorry. For me? If I hadn't been so stubborn, so eager to prove that I could handle command, my crew would have had more time to escape.
You can't beat yourself up for decisions X number of years ago. Yeah, what did the Navy say about it?
My superiors. When the dust settled, the United Colonies gave me a medal. Can you believe that? A damn medal! I never even had a chance to find the shuttle wreckage and give my crew a proper burial.
Oh, wow. So how did you escape?
After I checked every section of the ship for wounded crew, I took the other escape shuttle. If I hadn't, I would have died. The Dauntless came apart minutes after I escaped.
You can't blame yourself for what amounts to bad luck. You should be proud of earning a medal. I don't think it's pride that she's feeling. At least you're allowed to honour their legacy. That's just going to send her into another rage. She's already snappy enough as it is, even though she apparently appreciates voicing this to me to get my opinion. She's still chewing my head off. So I think putting it down to bad luck is just going to send her into another rage because she feels that she was personally responsible. But yeah, at least you're here to sort of recount the tale, I guess.
That's true. But still, it doesn't erase the real issue here. Remember when you said no one but me would have pushed harder to keep the Navigator Corps going? Well, this time, pushing too hard cost lives. Don't you get it? Everything I do, everything I touch, somehow falls apart. That's why I'm worried about us.
Worried about us? You mean Constellation?
Look, it's clear the two of us are becoming more than partners. We're becoming close friends.
Really?
Even though I've pushed people away in the past, I feel different when I'm around you. I feel safer, comfortable, not afraid to admit who I am. I'm terrified I'm going to screw that up.
Okay, I'm gonna put all this down to the shock of facing death in square in the shiny visor aboard the Eye, and give you the benefit of the doubt here, I guess, Sarah. So, if you every step of the way, don't get rid of me that easily. It's little you could say that would change my opinion about I've got a feeling she might take this slightly more positively than it's actually intended, but yeah, there's not an awful lot you could say that would change my opinion drastically about you, Sarah.
You still have faith in me.
Well, I didn't say that.
Don't even know what to say. I never realized how much you cared about me.
I need to stop being so harsh on her. She irritates me. She winds me up the wrong way, but she's not. And she's really short-tempered and school-matronly and bossy and. But I suppose she means well. Right, we're partners. I'll always have your back. Nothing could get in the way of our friendship. I'll never stop having. Why is everything so gushy? Could we not tone it back a bit? We are partners in Constellation, and I have a modicum of respect for you, Sarah.
And I'll have yours.
Okay, good.
All right, partner. I suppose it's time we get back to work. Thank you for being there, for listening to me when I needed it the most. I'll never forget this. I promise.
You're welcome, I guess? Even though you did practically bite my head off halfway through it, but... Right, come on then, Barrett. Let's head on. What am I even doing? Where am I going? Oh, Keeper Aquilus. That's right. Bless his heart. I'm glad to have Barrett along with us. Just as I stepped out of the lodge, he slipped a chicken tikka masala into my hand. You're a good man, Barrett. Thank you. You know the way to my heart. Okay, so, I stupidly thought this was the Sanctum Universum Church for a moment when I was on the way over. No, this is the real estate office. Sanctum Universum. There it is. Am I really going to have to take the long way round? Come on, Barrett. Don't get your socks wet. Bit of a shortcut. Oh, keep off the grass. Keep off the grass. Place has just been ransacked and attacked, but we don't want to pee off the gardeners. Here we go. Matteo's found. What was your name again? Keeper Aquilus. There we go. Hello, hi. We're here to discuss the Unity. Oh, it is Sanctum Universum. Look at, he's got the same headgear as Matteo. Well, well, well.
I talk to the Keeper all the time, but suddenly I feel nervous.
Didn't even occur to me that you were Sanctum, Matteo. Well, 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 well.
Have you ever heard one of his sermons? They're really good.
Who are you talking to? Are you drunk? Keeper Aquilus, hello there. We're here to discuss the Unity.
Keeper Aquilus, can we have a moment?
Sorry, Aquilus, not Aquilus.
Oh, Matteo. It's been too long. How are your parents? Your mother still struggling with that azalea garden?
No, she figured that out a while ago. Had to adjust the pH levels in the soil. But, Keeper, I didn't come to catch up.
Oh. Well, what's on both your minds?
Now, I've only met this guy once before, but he seems all right. Seems quite chill. This is all you, Matteo. We think your church is connected to a group of space weirdos. We need to talk to you about Unity. Do you know what? I'm going to let Matteo lead on this one. I'd like him to sort of go in with the angle of what he had heard from Keeper Aquilus firsthand.
Keeper, we were hoping to talk to you about Unity.
You want to subject your friend here to one of our talks, Matteo? The future of humanity is always a long discussion.
Future of humanity?
No, that's not exactly what I meant. Keeper, when you talk about Unity, well, does it mean anything else? Something secret?
Perhaps we should talk about this inside.
Delving into the sanctum. Come on then, Barrett. This could be an interesting conversation.
I'll meet you inside.
All right then. Right. What do you know about Sanctum Universum? I don't know a huge amount myself, other than they like gold, and yeah, they believe in a higher power. That's about it, actually. That's not the keeper, is it? Ah, of course he has an office here, doesn't he? Right. It's a really chill building. I really like this place. This is cool. You take a seat, Matteo. Barrett, you can stand.
Oh, now that we have a little privacy, why don't you tell me exactly what it is that brought you two here?
So it started with the discovery of these anomalies, the artifacts. We were attacked by a group called the Starborn. Found a series of temples that grant unusual powers. So, I know we had formally agreed not to spread word about the artifacts to sort of draw unwanted attention, but we've already drawn the most unwanted attention imaginable, so I guess there's no harm. Yeah, we started collecting these strange objects.
They're like nothing we've ever seen, Keeper. Gravitational distortion, sub-audio harmonic sequencing, unidentifiable energy fluctuations.
I caught half of that. So, these things are unusual? Even in your experience? There have always been mysteries that seem to defy our understanding of the universe. Beyond rational thought. We enter life as an act of someone else's faith in us. There's no way of knowing who we will become, and yet the risk is made anyway. So you've pushed into the unknown, not knowing where it would take you.
Very much so.
And it's brought you here.
That's a stretch. We hope you can help us. Don't need a lecture. This is a mistake. I'm an explorer, not a priest. No, I'm willing to hear him out. We're hoping you might be able to help us in some way.
I think I can. If you're willing to find your way in the dark for a bit longer, I can give you a path to discovering its meaning. There's an old story, far older than the Sanctum Universum, of someone who walked the settled systems and saw every corner of it. This pilgrim claimed he found the true meaning of unity. I always thought of it as just a parable for trying to bring humanity together, but maybe it's more.
Huh. Okay. Maybe this pilgrim was a Starborn. Ooh, that's an interesting spin. We haven't told him about Starborn yet.
I'm not sure if he was. But if what you're looking for is connected, then anything might be possible.
I need facts, Keeper, not bedtime fairy tales. No, again, I'm willing to hear him out. So let's hear the story. There's got to be something in there.
In my story, the Pilgrim met the founders of the House of Enlightenment and the enigmatic cult of the Varun. And he gave them each a part of the truth. Then he goes to his final resting place to live out the rest of his days in contemplation of infinitum addendum, his addition or contribution to the infinite. But what if the story isn't a metaphor, but a code, a way of finding the Pilgrim again, or at least his grave?
Huh. So we really believe that this tale of this Pilgrim, he was an actual person. Okay. Infinitum addendum, odd saying, very specific. Sounds cool, though. Sounds like the House of Enlightenment and Varun have the other parts, then. And unless the story includes a set of coordinates, we're not finding anything. So, yeah, he did mention House... How the hell are we going to track down House Varun? Especially with the one person that could have actually got us through the door absolutely out of the picture. But, okay, it's the best that we've got to go on, I guess.
I agree. I think you need to talk to them about this unity, Pilgrim. And clearly, not just in a theological sense, as I have.
So you have actually been in talks with them both. So why send me? But yeah, I guess you were probably speaking on a more general and spiritual level, rather than inquiring about any links to a potentially devastatingly extinction-level race.
Because I wasn't looking to find unity in the same sense you are. A fresh set of eyes might reveal the truth.
Okay, yeah, House Varun most definitely are dangerous, but fine, yeah, I'll talk to them. Oh my god, I can't believe there's a chance that I might actually be meeting House Varun and Andreja's gone.
The Enlightened work out of the well here in New Atlantis, helping the poorest citizens find a better life for themselves.
I've been there.
The rune worshippers are more enigmatic, but there is a lone zealot that was captured recently for attacking UC ships.
Oh.
I visited her a couple of times. Hopefully she'll be willing to talk to you as well.
I'll stay here with the Keeper. We need to catch up. And I wouldn't mind asking him a few more questions.
Okay, that's fair.
I'll stay here while you gather the other Pilgrim stories.
The other Pilgrim stories. Interesting that they're referring to them as Pilgrims. Ah, Barrett, there you are. Right, we're heading on out. So, down to the well then, I guess, and then we've got to find... Keeper Aquilus said we captured a Varun Zealot? Interesting. So where's she going to be held? Mast building, I guess?
One day House Varun just up and abandoned their embassy. No idea why.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, I've been meaning to ask about that.
The galaxy is hard work. Trust me, I know. But stop by sometime and let's talk. Just us adventurers, okay?
Well, I mean, I did just get a pop-up saying that you wanted a word, so why not?
Listen, you risked your life to save me. I keep wondering if that made it harder to save Andreja, too. I've replayed those moments in my mind over and over. And you need to know that you did what a leader does. And if it had been me instead of her, I would feel at peace knowing that she made it.
Shit, Barrett. Thanks, dude. A difficult choice. It's impossible to consider the what-ifs. I think it's impossible to not consider the what-ifs. You can thank me with a ton of credit. No, it was a difficult choice, but... Oh, man, that choice between the Lodge and the Eye. It was... I mean, of course, the artifacts are bigger than any one person. Bigger than the whole of Constellation. And they needed to be protected somehow, but I had faith that Walter and Barrett and Noel...
Take your time. No worries.
Would have been able to actually get them out of the Lodge, but I guess it was probably inevitable that the hunter would have taken one or more of them out at the same time. But then it was pretty much inevitable that Andreja was going to die. After what we heard on that transmission from Vladimir, she was bleeding out on the eye already by the time we even knew anything was up. But I think there's still a chance that I could have saved her if I'd have gone straight out there. But it's, yeah, like Barrett said, I kind of had to concentrate on what was there in front of me instead of wasting time and potentially letting both sides go to shit by sort of getting to my ship and getting up to the eye. But also these artifacts are...
Is everything okay?
Potentially more important, potentially the most important thing to humanity. So it was horrible, horrible choice.
I know. And I can't say it's the best choice, but nevertheless, thank you. I don't know if you're ready to talk or if you need 20 years to get to that point, or if you never want to talk about it again. But I just want you to know that if you do, I'm here for you.
Oh, thanks, Barrett. I'm at peace with my decision. I'm not sure that I am. It was a random choice. You were easier to save. I wanted to save you both. So this is kind of narrowing my view now into believing that it really was a binary choice between going to the Eye and saving Andreja, or staying at the Lodge and saving Barrett. That's kind of what this is indicating to me. I think you mean to say thank you so much for saving my life. You were just easier to save. I suppose, deep down, I kind of am at peace with my decision. It's horrible that we lost her, but I think...
No rush, friend.
Breaking away from Barrett and the rest of the people at the Lodge and putting them and the artifacts at risk just to take a chance on possibly saving her for what kind of boils down to selfish reasons? No, I think I'm at peace with what I did.
I'm not sure that I am, but maybe in time that will change.
Uh-oh, survivor's guilt. I'm relieved we didn't lose more people. I'm surprised we didn't, to be fair. I choose you again in a heartbeat. Don't know how to look everyone in the eye. Yeah, I don't think I've actually felt guilt over that decision, to be fair. I don't feel like I am in a position where I'm uncomfortable around the rest of Constellation, so I guess that's, again, confirmation that I am, as painful as it is, at peace with the decision, so... But yeah, I'm just relieved that nobody else died.
Of course. Could have been so much worse. We are all Constellation. When a star goes nova, it can destroy everything nearby, or it can nourish a new era of planets and life and everything that goes with it. The galaxy is littered with the deaths of so many brilliant, wonderful stars. But if stars never went nova, then we wouldn't be who we are now.
Huh. I knew right from the outset that you were good people, Barrett. We all know that death was a risk when we joined Constellation. That's true. Shouldn't have happened, none of it. No, nothing but rage, yeah. I don't deserve to be part of Constellation. Yeah, how did you go on after you lost Irvin?
I didn't. Until I started to work through it with a friend.
Oh, bless. Yeah, none of this should have happened.
But it is happening. Or rather, it has happened. It is up to us to make sure it never happens again. Andreja was a force of nature. A wave of ambition and delightfully weird. I can't say I knew her heart, but she was a member of Constellation. She knew who her enemies were, and she would not have counted you among them for this.
Need to focus on the real issue, the hunter. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the bottom two are correct, but oh my god, I want to unload this shot in the hunter's face.
Yes, we need to expect it and prepare. You know, we're fortunate. Constellation brought us all together, and we're all better for it. If we're going to set things right, it's going to be because of that.
Thank you, Barrett. I think I needed that. Okay. Right. I need to focus. So, I believe this is leading me toward the mass... Well, I mean, that's a stupid thing to say. Of course it's leading me towards the mass building, because it's either going to be leading me into the mass building, or it's going to be leading me down to the Nat station so that I can take the elevator down to the well. So I suppose it's inevitable that it's going to lead me in this direction. So, is it turning right, or is it going down the ramp? It's going down the ramp. Oh, interesting. All right, pointer. I'll follow. I've got a funny feeling that that Varun prisoner... Oh, unless the Varun prisoner could be at the UC-Sec station down in the well. Hadn't thought of that. Because they've got cells down there, I believe. Bit of an interesting move to move it underground, though, if that is the case, but... Okay. Right, we're being led straight ahead. Yumi, come through. Yumi. Oh. Well, there's the security office. Oh, okay.
Freewheeling space ace. Must be nice.
No, not when you're carrying the weight of a death of a friend on your shoulders. But no, I think that's I think that conversation with Barrett has definitely done some good. You're all right, you know. You're all right. So anyway, we are being led down to the House of the Enlightened. A place where we haven't set foot in quite a while. What was your name? What was your name? What was your name? The name Aaron Singh is coming to mind? Andy Singh, I was so close. Mr. Singh.
We run a number of social programs, from financial aid to food banks. If it's about the financial or food assistance programs, we are backlogged. Don't worry, we're doing everything we can.
No.
Oh, you're not? Sorry. Can I help you?
I believe you can, yes. Looking at something called Unity. Not know some vague concept of the word. Keeper Aquilus sent me. I need to talk about the Pilgrim. Yeah, I don't know whether... I don't know if I completely followed Keeper Aquilus's conversation, to be quite honest with you. So I don't know whether whoever we're actually meeting from House Varun and Mr. Singh here actually know about Unity directly, but they both have heard about the Pilgrim.
The Unity Pilgrim in particular, if that rings any bells.
Listen, I've talked about this with him a ton of times, and there's no record of a Unity Pilgrim, but since you both insist, our early records are mostly administrative. Humanitarian projects, group counseling notes, charity expenditures.
Okay.
But there is a series of exchanges the founding members recorded in a lot of detail. It's the closest thing I have to what Aquilus is describing.
Right. Well, I mean, it's got to be a lead, surely. So you've talked with Keeper Aquilus about this before?
Yeah, I mean, he's always going on about trying to bring people of all beliefs together. Really wants there to be some shared story or origin. Look, I like the Keeper, but belief is the problem, okay? We don't need a shared narrative or theology. We need to help each other in practical terms.
That's right, because the Enlightened here are not about religious belief, not about belief in sort of a spiritual higher power or anything like that. It's a belief in community and helping each other out on a very human level. So yeah, I can see why they were kind of at loggerheads, but if you're going to recite meeting notes at me, I want coffee and donuts. No, let's just hear what you've got.
A man walks into the first House of Enlightenment. The founding members just call him the Drifter. So they think he's a charity case at first, but no, the Drifter asks them a bunch of questions. If your philosophy is built on an individual's own morality, what about the second person? That second person might disagree. Isn't the problem of two what you're really looking for? And the founders respond, each individual must understand how the second person lifts them up. All of human effort is a story of cooperation pushing us forward. And it kind of goes on like that. He comes back every week for a year. Same conversation every time. Second person this, the problem of do that.
Huh. Interesting. Why would you come back in week out asking exactly the same question but expecting a different answer? So what did they mean each individual must understand how the second lifts them?
It's part of our core principles. There's no God pushing us to do good for some eternal reward. We have to help each other because we choose to. If no one takes responsibility for making the settled systems better, then we're just leaving it to the tyrants to bully the rest of us.
Okay. Yeah, I kind of like your style here. So maybe there's a message hidden in what he was saying, or moreover what he was asking. I also hate the number 2 with a fiery passion. Wait, hold on. What tangent is actually going off on here? Right. Is there some underlying pattern or meaning to him asking this curious question over and over?
Honestly, I think the founding members made it all up. There was a little more hesitation being openly atheist in the early days. I think they were experimenting with writing their own scripture. Fortunately, that got abandoned pretty quick. After the records of the Drifter end, you never see anything like it again.
Interesting. This Drifter just disappeared. Keeper Aquilus said that he went off to his own final place of rest and lived out the rest of his days in contemplation. Do you know anything else about this term unity?
Besides what the Keeper would say about it? Sounds like a gathering point, or a center. Or, in mathematics, it would mean one, like the one, the first or the beginning.
Okay. Meeting place could be something. I'm just thinking back to what the Hunter was saying about you'll never glimpse the unity. Is it actually a location? Okay. Yeah, you've given me some stuff to think about. Thank you.
Always happy to help. If you'll excuse me, I've got a lot of aid efforts to coordinate.
Understandable. Right, let's, politely waiting outside. Let's see if we can't track down this, this convict. Ooh, interesting. We're being sent this way. Oh.
People joke, say those runes sound worship a snake. Let me tell you, it ain't a snake. It's some kind of celestial being. They call it the Great Serpent. Is it real? Hell if I know.
Yeah, we're just getting a little bit of information about what we're facing up here, although we don't really need much more of an education. I mean, Asher was kind of seeing one of them for a little while. So we're heading back to the spaceport. That's interesting. Okay. And this is... Oh, God. Why have you not cleaned up this body? Oh, no. Poor dude. Is nobody going to take care of this man's funeral? You know, the thing where they put him in the ground. It's right outside of Terror Brew as well. That's... I feel kind of bad, but I also know what this game's like. I kind of get the feeling if I tried to pick the poor guy up and move him out of the walkway, I'd likely to be arrested. Anyway, where am I going? This way. Where's this taking us? Surely...
Every time I see that statue, I feel a little bit more hopeful. Can't really explain why, but I do.
Well, I mean, it managed to survive the attack from the Starborn pretty much unscathed, and they've switched it back on, so... Yeah, I suppose,
Or at the very least, stay silent.
Maybe a little symbol of rebuilding. Oh, the UC office. They got cells in here?
Oh, yeah.
I suppose it would make sense. Hello? Why you... Wait, hold on. Adoring fan. You haven't signed up with UC-Sec, have you?
I like to think of myself as your emotional support human.
It's good to see you, my friend.
There you are. I've been counting the seconds until your return. I didn't think numbers could go that high.
Yeah, it's been a while, hasn't it? Sorry about that. Can we ask any new questions?
Absolutely. Ask away.
Oh, we can. Did I never take a moment to actually get to know this guy properly? I do feel quite bad. I do kind of miss him in a weird kind of way. Right. So, anything you can tell me about yourself?
Oh, I'm not that interesting. I like coffee, I like tea, and I like worshipping the ground you walk on.
Less.
Well, you technically don't walk. Angels tend to glide.
I've missed your screwed up flavor of obsession. How do you know as much as you know about me?
Well, for one, your triumph on Vectera was all over the news. But I believe that's only the beginning. The first chapter in a 437-book anthology documenting your greatness. It's only a matter of time before they start writing it. I'll be counting the seconds until they do. 1001, 1002.
Less. You're not romantically interested in me. Oh no, there's a smile.
Oh, don't worry. My love for you is completely platonic. Unbreakable? Yes. Unyielding? Absolutely. Romantic? Oh, God, no. I would never sully something so pure with something so ordinary.
Okay, we need to talk about your obsession with me.
Oh, no. That sounds ominous.
Oh my god, I can attack him. Time for you to go permanently. Excessive, gonna get lost. You should have other interests. No, do you know what? I've had a change of heart. Could you, like, kick it into, like, 6th gear or something? You've been slacking.
Oh, I can definitely do that. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'm going to be 11 times infinity. Just you wait and see.
Marvelous. Do you know what? I think oh, hello down there. I think I need to get this guy reassigned to my ship. I have missed having him around. And I do have a spare crew slot as well. There we go. Right, go and make yourself at home on the Star Eagle. Welcome back aboard, shipmate. Anyway, I hear you have a Varun Zealot cluttering the place up.
Well, hello. You hear about the job by any chance?
No.
The officer over there can help you with any bounty issues.
Wait. I was told to come and speak to Officer Yumi ages and ages ago, wasn't I? Interesting. Right, tell me about this job.
Part-time security officer. The position's very flexible. You can basically work whenever you're available. No pressure. We've had some gaps in the schedule lately. Macy's out on maternity leave, Jose's on loan to Sidonia. When it rains, it pours type of situation. So really, we just need someone to fill the void. Interested?
That is surprisingly flexible. I'm kind of tempted just to sort of see what they've got lined up. Maybe not. Maybe some other time. Do you know what? Actually, they've just suffered a massive attack. They've just lost a number of their guards. Even if I never actually get round to doing any of their missions, I'm kind of intrigued. Yeah, what have you got lined up?
Well, first things first, I have to ask, do you have any security experience at all?
I have several large weapons that I've grown accustomed to using. And I have a large ship that goes brrr. Oh yeah, totally. I was head of security for the Astral Lounge in Neon for like 8 years. Had a run-in with the Crimson Fleet. Don't know if that counts. Honestly, no, but I'm a quick learner. Do you know, let's have some fun. Yeah, security chief at the Astral Lounge. I got this.
Oh yeah? And I'm the CEO of Galbank. Look, I can appreciate a wise ass, but if I catch you lying for real, we're going to have a problem. Well, I think I've heard all I need. Your first assignment couldn't be easier. Go to Mast and check in with Agent Plato at Aegis. There was a package left at a dead drop, and they need UC security to handle it. He'll fill you in on the details.
Okay. Well, that was the easiest interview I've ever passed. Right, what's Mast? Oh dear, that's not going to instill confidence, is it? You mentioned Aegis. Why am I bringing the package here and not to Aegis?
Well, just because you're bringing it here doesn't mean that's where it'll end up. As for why, you can ask Aegis. As far as I'm concerned, it's none of my business.
I think I've seen the name Aegis, but I don't know exactly who they are.
Look, if you wanted... Aegis? They're basically UC intelligence.
Oh.
They help identify threats to New Atlantis before they become problems.
They dropped the ball here, didn't they?
While we're separate departments, there are times we need to rely on each other, so it's important to keep a good working relationship. We do Agent Plato this favor, and maybe he'll toss us some intel when an investigation's stalled. Tit for tat. You know how it works.
I remember now. I've spoken to Agent Plato before, because I think I remember asking him why Agent Plato is called Agent Plato. And he neglected to answer. Okay, cool.
Let me know if you have any questions.
Yeah, where's your Varun Zealot? Rude. All right, boss. I'll find my own way.
Is it true that you destroyed the Crimson Fleet with nothing but your bare hands and a sandwich? Well, that can't be. You so wouldn't need the sandwich.
Absolutely. I took down the entire Crimson Fleet, entirely sandwich-free. Hello. I'm a member of Master Security or
says you're
something.
a homesteader, that right? Must be nice. Finding a little spot in independent space to call your own.
Oh, don't remind me. I never made that outpost with that treasure. And breathe. Okay, where am I headed? Right, locker room. I suppose I should really pick up a UC Sec suit now, I guess. Cyberware streetwear. Huh. Great, I can't even actually pick up a uniform because it's considered stealing. Oh, here we go. Lock up. Ah, interesting. I think we found our target. Hello.
Hello.
Hi. Hey, I'm one of you now.
And up there, huh? Space? Must be cool. I never get to go to space.
Space? Boring. You look like you've got a much more exciting life down here behind that desk. Waving guns at Varun Zealots. Right. Okay, these are just cells. Let's speak to our rather grubby looking friend here. Oh, she's wearing the suit as well. Mizar.
A visitor? I have all the company I need.
That's the single loneliest statement I've ever heard.
Jokes. You come to hear about Varun. Like the guards. Like the Keeper.
We were going to wait for your book, but it keeps getting delayed.
The Great Serpent waits in the shadows. He will entwine the universe, and all but the faithful will be made as dust. That is the truth. No more, no less.
Okay. Admire your conviction. Cosmic Serpent seems like a poor answer to the universe's problems. Keeper Aquilus spoke of a pilgrim. Need to know more about him. Yeah, let's maybe not insult her faith when we need to extract information.
You don't need to tell us. We just figured it would be better to ask you directly than to take a second-hand account of your words.
Yes, I have spoken to your Keeper about this. I will tell you what I told him, and then you will leave me. Jinan Varun meets the unbeliever. He gives false prophecy to Jinan. But such is Jinan's conviction in the Great Serpent, he does not hesitate. He cuts the unbeliever down.
Interesting.
But the unbeliever returns. Jinan realizes the Great Serpent is testing him, and he will not be found wanting. 4 times they fight.
Interesting.
Over 120 rotations of the planet they are on. Remember these 4 battles, Jinan, the unbeliever says. Remember these 120 rotations. But Jinan knows this is blasphemy and delivers the killing blow. That is all.
Very interesting. So this unbeliever, every time they died, they, disappeared and just came back? That sounds mighty familiar. Think I understand. Must be more to your god than just killing. I need to know the meaning of a word. Yeah, do you know the word unity?
I have heard of no such thing. If it exists, it is a shadow that the Great Serpent casts to deceive the faithless.
Yeah, I think I see where this is going.
Then we are done. Leave me.
You know I went to chef school?
I don't care. Right, let's get back to the Keeper. Whilst I'm passing, I suppose I should call in at Galbank.
Galbank really wants the UC to know who's holding the purse strings, you know?
Yeah, call in and hand in that job that I apparently completed a while back.
Together we can really make a difference.
Keep telling yourself that.
My favorite credit analyst is back.
So Dieter's estate has already settled our claim, and Galbank scores another victory.
I still have no idea how I did that.
Guessing, well, hoping that he didn't give you an option. But either way, Bank's thrilled with this new initiative.
Yeah, no problem, I guess. Dieter was an arsehole. He got... Did I... Hold on. Did I kill someone? I really have absolutely no recollection of completing this mission. I just realized at some point that it was done. Anyway, yeah, I did my part.
Absolutely. Listen, I'm really feeling this working together, aren't you? So if you want another delinquent, let me know. We'll keep this going. But here is your well-deserved finder's fee.
Thanks. I think. Yeah, I'm going to leave it for now, but I'll bear you in mind. Thanks. Right, anyway, Sanctum Universum is right around the corner somewhere. Oh, here we go. I do need to go and visit Ryujin Industries at some point, but I really want to go and have a poke around the Varun Embassy. I'd love to take a look in the Armistice archives as well, but we're never going to get access to those until we actually come across House Varun again, because it's their keycard thing that's blocking us from getting access. Anyway, babbling. Hello. Right. Some interesting news for you.
Well, you're back. What did you learn? Was there something hidden in their stories, like we thought?
I think so. The Enlightened story used the words second and two. I spoke to the Varun Zealot. She said Jinan fought 4 times over 120 days. And in your story, the Pilgrim contemplates the infinitum addendum. That must mean something. Yeah, the second and two is still a little bit cryptic, but I think we have a link for fighting the same guy 4 times over.
If there really is a location the Pilgrim wanted us to find, those do sound awfully like coordinates.
Oh,
what else did you learn?
So the Enlightened story, their Wanderer, or I forgot what they called him, used second and two.
Planets are often named by number. That second might mean the second planet in the system.
Okay.
Was there anything else?
So hold on. 4 and 120. Second planet maybe in a system. And infinitum addendum.
Yes. What he added to infinity. Maybe that points to a name. If we're looking for his resting place, we'd need to know the name of the star system, wouldn't we? Let's see. We have something that could be coordinates. Something that could point to a planet in the system. But what's the name of the system? Infinitum addendum. What if we break down the parts? No systems named finite or add. That just leaves in and dumb.
Indum.
Well, that's certainly how I feel.
Okay, well, yeah, it's Indum. Yeah, the next planet I come across, I'm going to name Dum Dum.
Well, I suppose that'll make someone laugh.
Made me laugh. Right, okay, yeah, it's got to be Indum.
Yes, that's it. The second planet in Indum. At 4 and 120. That's where you'll find the Pilgrim's resting place.
4 and 120.
And from there, maybe you'll find the true meaning of unity. Before you go, you've now spoken to many different perspectives in our universe. In a way, you'll be carrying their philosophies with you on this journey.
True.
I know you're looking for a specific unity, but if you had to guess what it was, what interpretation would you give it?
Ooh. Interesting. So, right, I feel like from top to bottom, we've got the perspective of the Sanctum Universum, the perspective of the Enlightened, and the perspective of the Varun, I would guess. There's either something sacred bringing humanity together, or it's just a location, it's just a word and a code, or only total conviction will bring us the truth and we're being tested by I kind of feel there is something that's centering humanity. But until...
Was there something more on your mind?
Maybe there's some truth in this, actually. Only total conviction will bring us the truth. We are being tested. I feel like we kind of are being tested. I feel like, maybe not from a spiritual level, but I feel like the Starborn, and especially the Hunter, are kind of worried about us finding something. It feels like some old boys club, quite frankly. It feels like some secret old boys, like, hidden society that they want to remain exclusive. But on a sort of, like, galactic impacting level. And I kind of feel like this is a test to get in.
Conviction. Another word for strength. Can the truth not be revealed to the weak? Someone with doubts.
Won't find the answer by doubting every step I make. Conviction carries the doubtful to the truth. Yeah, isn't doubt the opposite of belief?
That belief can come and go could be argued to be the very mechanics of faith itself. Like breathing air in and out. What do you believe?
Conviction carries the doubtful to the truth. Yeah, I'm not going to find the answer by not taking the steps in the first place.
Your only path is forward, then? Finding the meaning of unity is a totality that you cannot ever step away from?
There's some value to doubt if it reminds you to double-check yourself. But once it becomes debilitating, it's no longer an asset.
Very true.
Well, I won't keep you any longer. This has been fun, I have to admit. Go, find your truth.
I think we have no choice but to find this unity. Andreja gave her life as part of this search for the meaning behind these artifacts and the meaning behind these attacks from the Starborn. And I can't see any other path than to find the unity. That gives us a hell of a lot to think about. Let's see. Go to Indum 2. I'm still unclear as to what this 4120 is, but yeah, Indum 2, the second planet of the Indum system. Sounds like that is our destination. Oh man, I kind of don't want to push forward too much. I don't want to hit some sort of point of no return. I don't know if I'm anywhere near it, but I imagine there is a point of no return that can be hit, and where everything else is kind of closed off to us. Because there are other things like visiting Ryujin, like going to this Aegis place and working out what's going on in Mast, and so on and so forth. But I really want to just nail this part of this mystery and try and get some understanding of what the hell this Pilgrim was. Was this a Starborn? Indum 2. Apparently, the final resting place of this this Pilgrim. Well, there we go. Pilgrim's Rest, right there. Industrial outpost around as well. Abandoned outpost. Okay, a few different places by the looks of things. What was that over there? Indum 5. Okay, not interested. Let's head on over to this Pilgrim's Rest place. I should have gone to the... I should have actually gone to the map, shouldn't I? And trying to work out what that 2140 was. And I don't know whether I would have actually revealed any proper coordinates just by looking at it. Bit of a misty, murky old place by the looks of things. Right, looks like some sort of small outpost there. Very small outpost, actually. Looks like it's just one shack and some sort of wind turbine thing or something. Okay, I think we're gonna keep it maybe just myself and Barrett for this one. I think I'm quite happy with keeping Barrett along for a little bit of...
Constellation members have visions. Well, I hope all your visions involve kittens and rainbows.
Oh, how sweet. I've missed you, you weirdo. Okay, crew roster. So I have space for 3? Yeah, space for 3 crew. Well, I've got space for 5, but my stupid rank will only allow me to take 3. So Barrett is my companion. He's not actually crew. Oh God, I still got these in here as well. Why are you specimens even aboard? Sarah's around here as well as Amari, and of course our most adoring fan. You can stay here. In fact, screw it. Why not come out with us?
This is so cool.
What, grinding against a ladder?
Right behind you, Captain. I'll be like a mole on the nape of your neck. Always there, but never in the way.
Great. Can't wait. Amari just made an escape somewhere. Okay, let's get out. So now.
How can I be of service, Captain?
Oh yeah, Vasco's on board as well. I forgot about that. Hey, Vasco.
Captain Asher, hello. I am satisfied to see that you survived your most recent sleep cycle.
Now, this will be interesting. The mod that I've got installed allows me to take one of the core Constellation crew members and an unlimited number of non-core Constellation crew members. I don't know if Vasco counts.
I will follow behind you.
Amazing. Wait, freezing dip. Oh dear, that's not good. What are we facing out here? 24% O2, that's fine, but minus 18 degrees. That's not the best. Doesn't matter. It's a bit bleak, isn't it? Blimey. Oh, so cool. Vasco and Barrett and my sickeningly adoring fan all following. Love it. Vasco, buddy, it's been too long.
Ah, my friend.
Yes, sorry, Barrett, I wasn't actually intending to speak to you.
Captain Asher, it is pleasant to see you.
I love that pause. Okay. I don't think he's got anything of interest to say. This freezing rain is eating its way through my suit by the looks of it. But it looks like it is indeed this teeny tiny little shack and a single construct that we are headed for. Right, nice. Is this freezing rain going to be a problem? Oh God, I've got hypothermia. Crap. Wonderful. At least I'm not actually losing health or getting a debuff at the moment. I hope. Okay, so we need to search this area for clues on the Unity. What have we got? We've got uranium right under here. Okay, interesting. A couple of other constructs, but they're well away. Looks like... I'm pretty sure this is a wind power generator, but looking at it... Whoa, hello. What's that symbol? A white star on a red background with a black hexagon. Interesting. Yeah, it looks like this thing seized up a long time ago, which means that this food has been sat here for decades. Nom 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 nom. Never turn down free food, even if it's gonna kill me. This... Wait.
You know, this abandoned homestead is actually rather charming.
Really?
I try to tolerate the extreme cold, but it is hard.
Yeah, especially when we're suffering from hypothermia. Not ideal. I suppose we should probably get inside reasonably soon. Well, this is the place, Pilgrim's Rest. We've got what looks like a little greenhouse hab over there. Some tent-covered area and an interior. Well, I'll save this till last. Whoa. Great. Wonderful. Frostbite. Oh dear, I'm not doing well. There's a big tank or something over there. Right, let's at least get under cover. What's this? Pilgrim. Ooh, we have scripture. Right, that's Pilgrim's writing too. Let's see if I can't pick these up in order. Everything's covered in a thick layer of sand and grit. Got something over there? Nope. Oh, look at this. How overgrown this is. Yeah, this has been left to rot for a long old time, hasn't it? Another book. And another book. 4. 3. Okay. Clearly, we're missing our number 1. That, I would imagine, is going to be inside this building. I did notice there are torches over that way, sort of lighting up an area near there. Is that just lighting the perimeter, or is this someone that needs to be trodden? Right, we can explore that in a bit. Let's get inside and see if we can't shake off some of this hypothermia. Ooh, hello. Things and indeed stuff. Nice. What have we got? A grey labour jumpsuit. Wonderful. Ooh, some credits. That'll do. A thing. 77 creds. Nice. Side compartment. Oh, it's a little bathroom. Oh, bless. Meds have been stripped out. I ain't crazy. Right, Pilgrim, keep that to yourself. Ooh, chunks potato. Packaged. Ooh, prognosis improved. Frostbite. Wonderful. We are getting some cover in here. Nice. Chunks packaged. Right. Only 7 decades out of date. Okay. It's still good. It's fine. Little bottle. Oh, here we go. Pilgrim's Writing 1. The credulous simplicity of mundane humans never ceases to amaze me. My worst instinct, the evil spirit, draws me towards a form of contempt for them. But I remember that I am privy to that which they are not. Ooh. I cannot and should not judge them for a lack of vision when I know very well the blinders which obscure their sight. I once wore them myself, after all. I hope for their sake that they may someday understand, but for my sake, I wish to be left alone. So this pilgrim considers himself what? Above humanity? Considers himself to be better than others, I guess? Access the locked room. The inner sanctum. Anyway, sorry. back on topic. Pilgrim's Writing 5. Oh, I don't want to read them out of sequence. I'll take an alien stew though. Yeah, so considers himself to be like above others and what, enlightened being, I guess. Oh, let me get that for you, adoring fan. Don't worry. Unlock personal room. Oh, if you came seeking the right answers, you will know what questions to ask. What is the unity? Guess. I return your question with a question. Oh, if you have read my writings, what is the burden of people? End up fighting each other. People are madness. People got to go on diets. They're too heavy. Okay, let's go and actually read these writings first then. So, 2, I believe, was in this greenie house area, I think. So they have been through some... Oh, here it was. Some sort of process that has... What? Elevated their thinking above those of mere mortals? Alright, Pilgrim's Writing 2. So here is the crux of my troubles. To accomplish anything, I need to work with other people. I need assistants. I need workers. I need hands. As we work together, they inevitably ask questions and I can never help talking. It starts innocently enough. They want to understand how someone who believes in science can also believe in the divine. Or they have their own misunderstandings instilled by some borderline religious remnant. My weakness is my inability to let alone. I want them to understand. So I try, gently as I might, to nudge their minds along the right path. Then there are follow-ups and followings. The trouble is, I genuinely care for these people. It would be so much easier if I didn't. Huh, okay. So this pilgrim maybe doesn't think themselves above others in a...
What are we doing? What's next for me and you?
If only I had the answers, my friend. Doesn't consider themselves above others in a sort of dismissive or sort of haughty way. They just feel that they have some advantage that others don't. That was 4. Here we go, Pilgrim's Writing 3. Today, in a soft voice, my assistant asked me if there was anything above the unity. All right, so he's told people about the unity. It was all I could do to keep them shouting that I could scarcely comprehend the misunderstanding that would lead to such a question. It was asked honestly, and I answered the best I could, but even if my closest confidant here can fail to grasp the most basic of these truths, why am I bothering to explain any of it to any of them? Every word that drops from my mouth gets gobbled up, misheard, misremembered, misunderstood, and mistranslated before I can issue the slightest clarification. People are necessary, but people are madness. I think that was the question we faced at the door. I attempted to withdraw, to go off alone, to commune with unity in my own way. They followed. Of course they followed. To commune with unity. Interesting. To commune with something suggests that maybe it has some level of sentience, perhaps? Maybe intelligence? Okay, interesting. This is writing 4. I'm sure we spotted a writing 5 somewhere as well. Oh, it was on the desk in the building, wasn't it? Why did I pick up sealant? I don't want sealant. At last, a bit of peace. A piece of peace. Is that anything? Is that funny? Why am I trying to be funny? Have they driven me mad at last? Is there a difference between writing to myself and talking to myself? The former certainly seems more acceptable than the latter. I recall again that my mind is my own and that even if it only exists, that is sufficient for me to believe in everything else. The unity has restored me once more. Restored me once more. Is that literal? Is this referring to sort of coming back from oblivion? This time I act alone, for now. Myself is a formidable opponent. I should have expected as much, but vanity is, thankfully, not among my vices. Regardless, it turns out time spent in solitude is, in my case, time with a very sick man. Or whatever it is I've become. I don't like this person. Oh, the Pilgrim can feel themselves slipping away. Turning into something else, Barrett. Right, excuse me, sorry. So then the final one, Pilgrim's Writing 5, I believe, was over yonder. I don't know why I jetted up in the air. It achieved nothing. Felt like the right thing to do. Pilgrim's Writing 5. I find myself... This is a long one. I find myself thinking about his various pasts and my possible futures. His? Who's he? Is he speaking... Is he speaking about himself in the third person, but the first person at the same time? I imagine continuing on the road, acquiring more power, more knowledge, more development of myself. I imagine passing through once more to another world to begin the process anew. Passing through. What is notable here, that road does seem gratifying. Every step is one of intrinsic reward, and I feel myself anticipating the pleasures and seeing a more contented version of myself in that future. Then, for the sake of considering all possibilities, I imagine if I took a different path, if I stopped running, stopped seeking to gather my own power, if I instead embraced the twinges of compassion I feel in my heart and let myself care for the people who seem to gather about me whenever I try to work. It sounds like he's moving from place to place, and everywhere he goes, it sounds as though he prefers to work alone but ends up attracting people to rally behind his cause, even if he doesn't want them to. If I simply lived and taught and perhaps brought others to the light and died, that road also seems gratifying. I also see a contented version of myself in that future. Here's the difference, though. When I stop thinking about the glories I could achieve for myself, the pleasure fades nearly immediately. When I stop thinking about staying and building something, the feeling endures. There's something more sustaining about it, more fulfilling. I don't know if this guy should be called the Pilgrim. He sounds more like a nomad, moving from place to place, never wanting to settle and lay down roots for too long. I don't know what this difference signifies, but I'm grateful for the time I've taken to notice it. Huh. So this pilgrim was traveling the stars, laying down... Do you mind? laying down roots in certain places and touching the lives of a certain number of people before moving on and starting afresh? Unlock personal room. Okay. What is the unity? Okay, I return your answer your question with the question. If you read my writings, what is the burden of people? The burden of people is that people are necessary, but people are madness. Who is your most formidable opponent? Myself, it would seem. Where does enduring contentment come from? In growing, becoming better, stronger, a nice cool drink on a warm day, in stopping and embracing compassion. Well, it's not that one. We've just found that. Yeah, growing, becoming better, stronger. That is an answer, but it's not my answer. Find my writings, read them closely. Oh, God, I'm being told off by a computer. Okay, Pilgrim. Maybe I got that wrong. It's not going to be the Hunter, because the Pilgrim has never mentioned the Hunter. What is the Unity? People of Madness. Myself. Oh, Hunter wasn't one of these options. Not a cool drink, so it must be in stopping and embracing compassion. I suppose that makes sense, because he did say he genuinely cares for the people around him. You came here seeking the true meaning of unity. If you still wish to find it, there is one final piece of myself in the next room. I found my own answer a long time ago, but not in the way I was expecting. I hope your journey gives you the truth. Oh. The truth is capitalized. The truth is quantifiable thing? Well, there's an old book there. Bedding. Okay, bits and bobs and bobs and bits. Ooh, hello, magazine. What have we got? Trackers Alliance Preparedness Primer. How old are the Trackers Alliance if they were around when this, what's it called again? The Pilgrim was about. Permanently increases laser weapon damage by 5%. Wonderful. We don't use them. Let's see. Credits, digipick. Nice. Some more credits. Wonderful stuff. Okay. More creds. That'll do nicely. Oh, oh, hello. Diagrams of the artifacts. Wait. What is that? They're like some sort of caskets. These different... These look like different civilizations from across... Well, that could be from, like, ancient Earth or something. Okay. Pilgrim's final...
Constellation members have visions. Well,
yes, you're repeating yourself again, fan.
Involve kittens and rainbows.
Don't make me regret bringing you along. This is a privilege, not a right. Okay, Pilgrim's final writing. I don't know what the correct answer is. I might never. Increasingly, though, I am comfortable with not knowing. The more I reflect on being here in this world, in this time, the more I think it is precisely where I need to be. In this time. This time will be different. It won't be about me, so I won't have to run. I can actually build something with intent instead of scrambling to fix something that others create in my name. It can be something beneficial. I can be something beneficial. I'm leaving behind that other person. This world has no place for him. Let him die. Let me live to enlighten the blessed universe before me. You have found the end of my journey, but to know everything, you must find its beginning. On Hyla 2, the island hides the scorpion, and the scorpion's sting hides the truth. Well, that's cryptic. On Hyla 2, the island hides the scorpion, and the scorpion's sting hides the truth. Is that figurative? Is there literally... I hope there's not literally a giant scorpion waiting to take us out. I wonder if there's, on the island, hides the scorpion sting hides the truth. Maybe it's some rock formation or some building or something that resembles a scorpion. Interesting. So, I don't know what the correct answer is. I'm comfortable with not knowing. This time will be different. It won't be about me, so I won't have to run. I'm leaving behind that other person. This world has no place for him. Let him die. Let me live to enlighten the blessed universe before me. Interesting. So, the Pilgrim finally settled on a place where, he decided not to keep running and moving on, but instead to actually work towards something, to build something? Huh. Find the scorpion's sting on Hyla 2. Well, looks like we have a breadcrumb trail before us. Guys, thank you very much for joining me. This is leading to mysterious places, and bless him, Vasco's enjoying the view. If you'd like to leave a like, or you care to leave a comment, pop those down in the usual spots. It's all really appreciated. Don't forget to hit subscribe to know when the next one's live. Pop on over to the Discord as well. Links down in the description. Would be great to see you over there. And until next time, take care of yourselves, and I'll see you then. Bye-bye!